Hello folks, Jose here for another video tutorial by wpbasics.org. WordPress is a great platform for anyone to quickly create a web page. When WordPress is combined with the many free or premium themes that are out there, even a novice can create a great web page. But what happens when you want to format your web page to something that is outside of what your theme is designed for? Well, you probably have to type some HTML code. HTML can seem a little overwhelming at first, but not to worry. With a little dedication and time, you will be typing your own HTML code in no time. In today's tutorial, we will begin to look at the standard markup language for web development called HTML. To be able to follow along with this tutorial, you'll need a couple of things. You will need a code editor and a web browser. There are many web browsers out there, but I would recommend that you use Google Chrome as your browser because in my opinion it's the best. But feel free to use the browser of your choice. However, it will be easier to follow along if you use Google Chrome as well. As far as code editors go, there are many free ones out there, such as Notepad++, Atom, and Sublime Text. Feel free to use the one of your choice. I will be using Sublime Text in these tutorials. If you want to follow along, go to your browser and visit www.sublimetext.com/3. Download and install the version of your operating system. I will be using the Windows version. I'm not going to go over the installation process. If you have ever installed a program before, then you should have no trouble. Once your installation is complete, you are ready to continue. So what does HTML stand for anyway? Well, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. We can say that HTML is used to describe the structure of a web page. A web page is built by assembling a bunch of different elements. Each element is represented by a tag. For example, here we have a basic boilerplate for a web page. If you wanted to write an article, you would typically need at least the following elements inside of the body of your web page. You would need a heading, which is represented by H1 inside of greater than and less than symbols. And you would need a paragraph tag, which is represented by a greater than and less than sign, and inside of that you have the letter P. Don't worry if all this seems a bit confusing. That's normal. I felt the same way when I started to learn HTML. This is just an introduction, and I will cover everything in detail as we go along. Now, a web browser won't display the tags. It will only display the content within the tags. The tags are used to render the content of the page. A simple way to understand what HTML is to think of it this way. HTML is used to label all the different parts of a web page. Different languages and programs can then use these labels to do what they need to do. So let's go over a quick example to illustrate what I mean. Let's create a new folder on our desktop and let's call it HTML. Now open back your text editor and click on File and then New, and then go ahead and click on File and Save As. So let's navigate to that folder, to the desktop and then to HTML. And now here beside where it says file name, put in the following. Type in index.html. and then go ahead and save. Now go ahead and type the following on your text editor. Type "this is a title" and type "this is a paragraph." Save your code. You can hit Control S or File and then Save. Okay. And now right click and open in the browser. You can see that the text appears, but it's all in one line. This is because the browser can only see the text at the moment. The browser doesn't know what is supposed to be the title and what is supposed to be the paragraph. So let's add some tags to tell the web browser what the title is and what the paragraph is. Go back to your text editor and add h1 tags before the title and then finish it with a closing tag. Now with Sublime Text, it comes with something called Emmet, and we'll get into that at some other time, but suffice it to say, all you need to do is type the H and then the letter 1, the number 1, and hit Tab, and it puts the tags in for you. Then all you have to do is grab the text and drag it into the center. So a tag, again, just quickly review, is made up of a greater than sign and a less than sign, and then the H and 1 for a title. And it ends with a similar, the only difference being you have a / before the H. Now do the same to the paragraph. Just type P and then Tab, and then grab the text and put it in between here. Now go ahead and save, and then refresh. Your browser can now tell what is supposed to be a title and what is supposed to be a paragraph. Therefore, it adds some default formatting to your text. You can see that the title is a little bit bigger, while and it's a little bolder also, while the paragraph is formatted nicely for reading. If we right-click on the title like this and then click on Inspect, we can see the default formatting that Chrome has applied. You can see here that it's put a font size of 2EM, and it's put the font weight as bold. That's why it's a little bit bolder. Chrome is able to do this because adding the tags has enabled Chrome to know what formatting should be applied. Pretty neat, huh? Well, folks, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Also, don't forget to visit my webpage, wpbasics.org.